No lies detected.
No lies detected.
So we're going to check out Hi-Rez again. Our last video just went off the charts when we released it. I think there's tens upon tens of views on that song. And I thought it was pretty good. I enjoy Hi-Rez.
It was good. Yeah, it was for real.
Hi-Rez is a political guy that I mean, he writes pretty well. I mean, what he says, he's another one of those like Tom McDonald that he's got a good way of putting stuff together for his music. He's gone out and gotten Tommy Vext, which...
This is a big deal.
I do like Tommy. I've never been a big fan of like Five Finger Death Punch, so when the Bad Wolves came out and Tommy was with them, it was just kind of like, okay, it's just another version of Five Finger Death Punch. But when Tommy was in Westfield Massacre, I really enjoyed them. So now that Tommy's back solo, at least on this song, he can be Tommy. And I like Tommy when Tommy gets to be Tommy. Tommy's got a hell of a growl, and he can sing. I mean, he's like that's just a step below the Howard Jones. You know, he's got almost a soulful voice, but I mean, you got to reach for the stars to get to Howard Jones' soul. And that's Howard Jones, formerly of Killswitch Engage and Like Torch. Not Howard Jones, the old, don't know what the hell kind of music to call that, but let's just say it was oldies. Not that Howard Jones. Let's do this.
Big brother, we don't love you no more. Big brother, we can't trust you no more.
Starting off with Tommy.
They keep on pulling and pushing until we all end up wishing that now we can't take no more. Big brother, living like 1984.
Every day 1984, with the world economic form. Did I forget to mention social credit implementing the score? If you're kicked out then you poor, call get declined at the store. They got us divided and fighting, distracting us from the war. Poison our food and our water, confusing our sons and our daughters. You'll own nothing and be happy, convincing you less is more. Controlling the population, creating impatient nation. Have you complacent and placing all your trust in government agencies? What George Orwell had written today is no longer fiction. They implemented a system that put us all in a prison. They want you to be the bugs in the pot, not taking care of your body. No religion and worshiping government and not God.
Big brother, we don't love you no more. Big brother, we can't trust you no more. They keep on pulling and pushing until we all end up wishing and now we can't take no more. Big brother, living like 1984.
Government tracking our phones, everything we eat GMO. They want us all driving electric controlled everywhere that you go. I ain't riding with Biden and I ain't trusting Trudeau. But in fact, all these politicians, the wealth place around the globe, taxing on carbon emissions. They don't want you guarding your children. They don't want you having no knowledge. They want us all in the prison, gender confusing the youth. Their agenda is proof. I don't trust these fact checkers every time they censor the truth. How we overpopulated if our birth rate is shrinking. Go ahead, ignore your instincts. Morals right down the sink. All the freedoms that you thought you had, they gone in the blink. Sir, you're under arrest. You've had too much to think.
Big brother, we don't love you no more. Big brother, we can't trust you no more. They keep on pulling and pushing until we all end up wishing and now we can't take no more. Big brother, living like 1984. Big brother.
He pulled out his soulful voice for this one.
Told you, he's like a step down from Howard. Still very talented.
What's up, it's your boy Hi-Rez. In just a few short weeks, I'm going to be going on tour in the UK and Europe. Glasgow, Amsterdam, Dublin, Manchester, London at onlyforthefans.com. That's where you can get your tickets. Get them before they're all sold out.
You hear
I can't
that?
wait to hang out with
Get
y'all.
your
I can't wait to meet y'all. See y'all in a few weeks on tour. Peace.
Sweet.
But are you going to drag Tommy with you?
Take Tommy.
That would be interesting. The lone wolf with Hi-Rez. I liked it.
That was good.
Hi-Rez is good at doing what Tom McDonald is good at doing, which is just harping on the government and pointing out all the ridiculousness. No lies detected.
No lies detected.
Everything he said is fact. I mean, it's, you know, one of my complaints with Tom is he does this a lot in some of his songs. It's kind of the, and Hi-Rez is kind of getting that way as well. You know, we get it, we do, and every time you write a new song, maybe it's something someone else has never heard you before, so it's new to them, but the message is always the same.
I think it's more, it's taking a lot of beating into people to, like, get it. Like, people are so hard-headed and thick-skulled now. It's like, I'm not going to stop preaching and harping over this until you get it.
I've lived a long time, and I can honestly say that I've never lived in a time where people were so absolute in their division.
Yeah.
And even if you beat this message into the head of someone who disagrees with it, it's not going to change their mind. All the facts you can provide will still not change them. There were many change from 2020 to 2022 because they just got fed up and they started opening their eyes and realized. And it takes events like that sometimes for people to wake up and to see things that they really didn't see before because it was all hidden very well through media and politician bullshit.
Yeah.
But we're at a point now where people are going to defend Trump till they die. They're going to defend Biden until they die. If you're going to change in one direction or the other, it's pretty much been established in your life. And so music like this really has to hit home with the youth because they're really the impressionable ones at this point. Once you pass the age of 25 and you start working and have a family, you're going one direction or the other. And your stubbornness is not going to truly allow you to pivot.
Unless something just like pivotal happens.
Unless we have another 2020, another lockdown. That's something that opened people's eyes.
Looks like it's going that way, but that's fine.
Well, we're at the point now where we were back in 2001 when everyone came together as a people, as Americans, as it should be.
It's slowly but surely getting there.
Well,
It's happening.
That event brought us all together. And for several years after, as a country, it just seemed like people were thinking of themselves as Americans, which is what it should be. But then we had, you know, a few years go by, we're still in this war, we still haven't found weapons of mass destruction, people started doubting the government, started not trusting it, and then as soon as we pivot away from Bush, Obama comes in, and then race relations just plummet. It got bad to the point where it is now, where you would literally think that we were living in a time worse than Jim Crow. You listen to the media, they're going to try to convince you that race relations in today's times are just as horrible as
horrendous.
They were
Yeah.
when people didn't have any freedom. And it's just ridiculous.
It's just not true. Like,
It's definitely
go
not
outside.
true. Well, it's true to these people that live in these big cities, that run these big corporations, because they can't post positive things. They're not going to make money on that.
No.
So it's beneficial for the media to make things, you know, if it bleeds, it leads. And that's what they need to do, is they've got to have a villain. Today, Donald Trump had his mugshot taken. We'll post that right there for everyone to see. It's a beautiful picture, and
It should be on t-shirts.
contribute to the BroDown, because I will definitely want one of those shirts to wear during our videos.
I'd wear it.
Because it is an iconic image that will stand the test of time, and you will be looking back on it as you would the Mona Lisa.
These are going to be in history books.
That picture is going to be right there when you turn to Donald Trump on Wikipedia.
There's going to be like a whole chapter on it.
That's going to be his picture on Wikipedia. So that's the world we live in, where you can prosecute your political opponents and try to have them arrested so you don't have to face them, knowing that the people are supporting them and not caring what it might create as a result. And that's where we're at today. And Hi-Rez and Tommy are both very well aware, and they're putting the message out there for everyone to understand. I'm just waiting on any of them, Tom or Hi-Rez or any of them, to put out something here in the near future highlighting the actual revolution that will likely occur. I have a feeling when 2024, something's got to give.
Per Vivek, he said it. He said it first.
Well, I'm saying it today. Something's got to give.
Something's got to give.
And if people don't turn on the media completely, which I mean, most people have started doing, but if they don't do that, if they don't start turning on these cults, and there are many new cults that have risen up and demanded obedience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not asking for acceptance, they're demanding obedience. Or we will cancel you, we will destroy you. And we've got the government and the media on our side, and that is more than one, because I know in your head you got one picked out. There's more than one. You know, I would mention them, but YouTube would probably take me right down if I mentioned any of the names of any of these cults that are going around currently that are demanding the obedience of the people.
But you know who they are.
Unmercilessly. And people like Tom McDonald, people like Hi-Rez, they're going to be the ones that are going to push the people forward to say, you're not alone. We see it too, and when the shit hits the fan, we'll be here, as we all will, waiting to see what happens. So you, get in the comments. Let us know your thoughts on Hi-Rez and Tommy Vext. I enjoy both of them.
Yep,
I'm a fan of them. Good music.
I like Tommy's voice.
Yeah, and it's just, it's the kind of music that blends the rap with the soulful chorus that Tommy put out there, and I like that. I like when you contrast music that way. So I hope that they can figure a way to do something else, because they are very similar-minded people, and I think that their collaborations would be much like Adam Calhoun and Tom McDonald. I mean, the two of them could make some beautiful music together.
Yes. Beautiful, beautiful things.
Like, share,
subscribe,
do the thing.
Do the thing.
And until the next time, guys, as always, come at me, bro.
The BroDown is over. Let's bro out!